Forgive me, Lord, for I am about to sin, or have already sinned. Hello and welcome back to another Mahjong Soul video. Let's look at the elo first. How's the elo looking? It's looking alright. It's looking alright. Not bad. Not bad at all. Now, let's load into a nice south game in the silver room. So, why am I apologizing to the Lord? Our fellow Lord and Savior. I am not religious, by the way. Well, it is actually because, let me show you. Oh, you can't see. It is currently 3 AM at night. And you might think, oh, Luigi is in a real gamer mood. He's probably still on holiday, enjoying life. And this is a really good hand. He's probably, no. I have school tomorrow, aka today, in a few hours. I have to wake up in 2 hours and get ready for school. So I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 shapes in our hand. Dora looking pretty obsolete. Sadly. This is looking like a good Pinfu situation. I don't want all of these pairs. Well, I'll keep one of them. I have been on holiday for the past 2 weeks. And I think that this is really scaring me right now. They have 3 Dora and the green dragon. Their hand seems to be a lot faster than mine. I've been on holiday, and I think when I started working, my sleep schedule was actually pretty fine, pretty normal, pretty healthy. But sadly, I got sick a few days ago, and I don't know if I've touched on this in a different video, but I haven't felt this horrible in such a long time. You wouldn't believe. I just felt so bad. There is no words. There are no words I can use to describe how horrible I was feeling in that moment. And, you know, that happens. That happens to the best of us. Problem is, cause I felt so bad, I was too busy dying in my bed all day that I was sleeping. I was sleeping in bed all day, not night. So then when night came around, oh, I was not able to fall asleep. I was awake all night. I've binged the entirety of the first season of was it High School DxD or some shit? Oh god damn, sorry, I'm not trying to curse. And yeah, ever since... What? Ever since that day, which was a few days ago, my sleep schedule was, I think, going back. Ooh. Run. No. Oh! I'm kind of glad we got out of that situation. Oh, they only had a one hand. They were really scary with 4 Dora and a green dragon. But I thought, I mean, I have to go to school this week, but work actually starts on Saturday for me, so I still have pretty much a week off work. So I'm gonna use this in school. I think at least the school I go is pretty useless. We don't really do anything. So I'm gonna use this opportunity and just stay awake, cause I feel really awake right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, not exactly 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 shapes. But yeah, I can't be too loud, obviously, because my parents are sleeping. So even if somebody gets like a Yakuman or something, it's not like I'm gonna be yelling, doing backflips, you know. I have a good idea. We're gonna raise this hand. We're going to pawn the east wind.
No.
Forget about that. We're actually not gonna do that. Wow. A very early all triplets hand. So, our dear Lord God has been, like the last 2 rounds, we've gotten some really good hands, but I guess the other players around us are just a little bit faster than us. Now, what is this hand? 1, 2, 3 shapes, not looking too good. Going to be completely honest with you. Seed wind's also not looking too good. But that's pretty nice. We complete this sequence, the 5, 6, 7 of bamboo. The dealer pawns their seed wind. So we have some gamers in this lobby. Especially the player in front of us, they seem to be a very quick player. And judging by their stats, they are a incredibly aggressive player. So aggressive, and it seems to work out for them. Very nice. Here we have some players going more for defense and speed. They're actually just gonna get a Yakuman this game. Holy crap, what's happening? Imagine if they get all honors. All honors and maybe even 3 big dragons at the same time. This is really scary. Because there's a chance could still be all terminals and honors, which is, I believe, still Yakuman, so that's incredibly scary. They also still have the chance at getting 3 small dragons, if they have a white dragon and they're waiting on the other one. So I'm gonna be honest, I think this is a game we definitely fold. Our hand is so far away from being anything. And our opponent is threatening us right now with the most intimidating hand of all time. Obviously they're a bit upset because they discarded a 7 and then drew a 7. Which could have been a tile they could have won off of. I really appreciate though the game giving me pretty much all of the safe tiles. Interesting. Really interesting. This is a spicy round. So all terminals and honors is not a Yakuman. At least I don't think so. But it is still a very impressive and scary hand. So as I think a lot of the players at the table expected, they were... I don't know what's happening this round. This is the most fast-paced round of Mahjong I've ever played in my life. I'm just trying to have a little chat. They're almost called a double Ricci. But yeah, player in front of us was waiting on the white dragon, hoping to get the last one. I was very scared. They were hoping to get the last one, to get the three small dragons. I have no idea what's happening anymore. This is an insane round. See, only gamers play at this time of night. Holy crap, every single player here. Oh. This is gaming hour. They had what? They had the most sussy wait of all time. They were waiting on a one of circles or a west wind, which wasn't even their wind. That was an insane Ricci call. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 orphans. This is not that good. But we have a chance to go for a half flush here. Let's keep that possibility alive. So this round is actually insane. This round has been going by so fast. That's a bit unfortunate. But this hand looks like a hand we either win big or we don't win. We're going to keep these honor tiles. We're going to hold on to them. So if the half flush doesn't come to fruition, we have a lot of tiles to fold with. Yeah, we are 12 minutes into the recording. And we are already in East 4. So definitely this game is going by quickly. Yeah. So I'm just gonna say it right off the bat, by feeling. This is not a hand we win, I don't think. Okay. Right when I say that, the game gives me a little bit of hope, but we have 3 shapes in this hand. Which, you know, is not enough. We need 5. And these draws are not really promising. The only good thing we've drawn so far was the red 5, and everything else was just useless. Good thing is, every single one of our honor tiles is looking safe. However, this player is experiencing some pain. The player on the right and the player on the left seems to still be sorting out their hand. Discarding all they've discarded so far are honor tiles. Same with the player on the right side, only having discarded honor and terminal tiles. So every single player at the table seems to be having a pretty bad hand. Trying to get rid of those honor tiles. Player on the right still getting rid of honor and terminal tiles. As well as the player on the left. Oh, interesting, alright. So, obviously, this player in front of us has reached Tenpai. I do believe, though, firmly believe that every other player at this table is still very far away. Emoting before as well. The disrespect is real. With a Ricci red 5 or only hand hitting a Urodora, boosting their value. We have been just a spectator this game, and I'm completely fine with that. This has been an incredible game so far. Alright, we are in South 1. This is our chance as the dealer. I think that's a nice draw. I think we go for a nice, clean, simple Pinfu hand. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 shapes. Wait, no, we don't. Dora is the 9 of circles. Would like to make use of that. So 1, 2, 3, 4 shapes. So now we want this 3 of bamboo or the 4 of circles to become something. Just one more shape and we'll be good. We really need a pair in this hand, so I think, well, to be honest, no matter what happens, our wait is probably either gonna be, we're gonna wait on a pair, or we're gonna wait on the 8 of circles. And I'd rather just get the 8 of circles to wait on a pair, because I think it's very unlikely for a player to discard something so close to the Dora. And middle tile weights in general are just not that good. But we are the dealer, and we should try to finally get some participation going in this game. Should have kept the one, but we also couldn't have predicted that we would get another one. So we are still one away from Tenpai. If we get the 8 of circles, we can call Ricci waiting on a 1 or 4. But that actually doesn't seem that good. Yeah, this doesn't seem that good, I'm gonna be honest with you. These draws have not been that good. Waiting on a 4 is not that bad. And maybe waiting on a 1 is not that bad. Oh, this player has discarded 3 East Winds. But then again, it's also, we are in the South round, so the East Wind is no longer the prevalent wind. Player in front of us beats us to the Ricci. Obviously discarding something close to the Dora is very dangerous, and this might deal us in. But that's a risk I'm willing to take. What do we need? Because I'll be honest, this hand is starting to confuse me a little bit. I'm discarding a lot of dangerous talents, just to be clear. What do we need? What do we need? Well, we have a pair now. I don't know what these draws are. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 shapes. This would, I think, put us into Tenpai. It's not a real Tenpai. We have to discard this. If this passes, we can keep the dealer's seat. Unless, obviously, they win now. So we are in Tenpai, but we cannot win. We don't have a valid Yaku. No. So as long as we don't deal in, which sadly happened here, we would have been able to stay the dealer. But sadly, that hand just didn't come to fruition. We just had really bad luck with our draws. Interesting. Pair of the West Winds. This hand is not looking too good. But now, that's a different story. Dora is the 7 of characters. So now, if we get the South Wind, we can pawn out the Wazoo. Discarding the White Dragon. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna go a bit risky here. Huh? I'm going to rely completely on getting the South Wind. Because then what my thought process is, I pawn, 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 and then I wait on a 3 or a 6, which is not a true double-sided wait, but we are waiting on either of these to become a pair. So now all we need, that's a bit painful, yes, but our plan can still work and we can incorporate the Dora. If we had a Yaku, we would have had a 4. Tiredness is starting to kick in. We would have had a triple-sided wait. The player in front of us, they are on a roll, calling Ricci left and right, getting fast hands and just showing that they are in a very dominant top position. Now, the longer this game goes on, the more I suspect that the south wind may be chilling in somebody's hand, which is bad. Player on our left seems to be folding, but not completely sure. We're not getting anything useful, but also not anything really dangerous, so we're fine with just discarding it. Green dragon is a safe tile. And there it is. Don't draw me on the 4, please. Thanks. We have reached our tempai. Finally. The 4 is safer, and we wait on more tiles and are still able to incorporate the Dora. Oh, the double wrong. And they also have been really lucky with the hidden Doras. First place gets double round, putting them much closer to second place. This is a very interesting battle between these two players, and then me and the player sitting right next to me. We're just fighting for third place. We're just spectating this game. Alright, let's look at this hand. One, two, three, four. 4 shapes. We would like the 6 to become something. Not a lot we can do with these honor tiles. West wind is useless because the north seat decided to pawn our west wind for some reason. So they might be going for an early half flush. So they probably already have a good idea of what direction their hand is going to take. Very nice. So now we should have 5 shapes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think the best draw right now. That's good. That's definitely a good draw. I think the best draw would be definitely a 4 of bamboo. I would also take a 2 of bamboo. But a 4 or 2 of bamboo, so we can use that as our pair and pretty much guarantee pinfu. Because if we get a 2 or 4... No. Oh, interesting. Very early tempai. So yeah, I don't know what this player is doing, but whatever they're doing it right. So go you. Die, Isun. These characters and their name literally just mean big love. So interesting, though definitely wasn't expecting to get Ron that early into the game. We were still thinking about where to go with our hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shapes in this hand. Not looking too shabby. 1, 2, 3. We could technically keep this and maybe go for 7 pairs. But I don't really want to do that. I think this hand can go very normal mode. With 2 Dora as well. I think there's actually a good chance we might get all simples. So now I believe we have too many shapes in our hand. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shapes in this hand, meaning one of our pairs is going to have to get torn up. And it's definitely not our Dora. But this is good. This is looking a lot like all simples and Pinfu. Probably gonna get rid of the bamboo pair. And I'm gonna do that right now since it's still early into the game. And I'll keep the red dragon as a safe tile when somebody calls Ricci. We could technically accept that 6 with a pawn. But that would not put us into Tempai. That would just open up our hand. Now that I'm looking at this hand, I don't know how I feel about this. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shapes. We have 5 shapes, yes. Problem is, 2 of those shapes are pairs. Meaning we're probably gonna get on a double pair weight. So let's go big or go home. What we could also do is pawn the Dora if somebody chooses to discard it. And then we can be on a double-sided weight on the 3 or the 6 of bamboo. 1, 2, 3, 6. Alright, 6 and 3 of bamboo are still looking pretty good. Interesting. 7. We can still make use of that, because now we can also chi into his into a 5 or an 8 in the character suit. Player in front of us seems to be very unhappy with the decisions they have made throughout this game. And they are emoting a lot. More power to them. This game is starting to reach its end. They have managed to squeeze into a Tempai situation. Let's hope that we are also able to do that. Person on our right calling a added Khan after somebody has called Ricci, possibly giving them more Dora, but luckily that doesn't happen. But they do give them a chance at Urodora. This 6 is not a safe tile. But we manage to make it pass. And we will definitely take this. All simples, 2 Dora, 30 mini points. That's nothing to scoff at. Very nice. And because we run the dealer, we get more points. Interesting. Interesting. I don't know how I feel about this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shapes. We technically have... Okay, this is weird now. Okay, now we have 5 shapes. We have a closed triplet of the east wind, which I don't know if you've noticed is not our wind. It's not our seed wind, and it's not the prevalent wind. However, completely ripping up a concealed triplet, especially if honor tiles, never feels good. So what do we do? I have no clue. This hand is staying closed because if we don't keep it closed, I don't know how we're gonna do anything with this hand. That's a really good draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we have 6 shapes in our hand. One of these 1-2 shapes is probably gonna get ripped apart. So we are 2 tiles away from Tempai right now. Now we are 1 tile away from Tempai. a 9 or a 6 of circles or a 4 or a 7 of characters would put us into Tenpai on a double-sided weight. We do have one Dora on our hand, and because of the closed triplet of an honor tile, that's, I believe, 8 mini points, if I'm not mistaken. So again, person in front of us called Ricci. Interesting. Yet again, they call Ricci. This is not a safe tile. However, there is still a chance that I can get into second place. If I call a Ricci of my own, because I am one away from Tenpai, I definitely take this. This is not a good Ricci. However, this player has discarded a 9 and a 6. They might discard another one. They have discarded a 9. And they have discarded a 9. It looks like nobody at this table has any use for the 9 of circles. Meaning if they get it, they might just discard it. Alright, me and the person in front of us, we are currently fighting. And we are racing, seeing who is going to get this first. Who's gonna drop that towel first? Oh, this is exciting. And in the end, it was all me. Give me 15 Urodora. Sadly, it wasn't. Close, close. Damn. I would have been pogged up if that new Dora would have been the East Wind. We were close to second place, but sadly we just didn't. We weren't able to fully make it. But, I mean, wait, let me turn off for a second. -4, that's not a big hit. So, we'll take that. We'll definitely take that. Big props to the person sitting in front of us for just being a god gamer. Calling quick Ricci's left and right, getting into Tenpai fast. And just in general, I think, playing really well. Very aggressively, but very, very well. And all power to ya. Well, that looks like that's gonna be it for this video. It was an interesting video. Really fast-paced. Like, this was just a fun game of Mahjong. Even though we weren't able to escape last place, and we were just able to be spectators and watch a really fun game of Mahjong unfold in front of us. Alright, well, take care, and don't forget to take care of yourself. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!